Hi Pisces. Welcome to my channel. I am Shandra Lynn and this is your spiritual reading for the week. It is general, so take it how it resonates because like this one's, oh man, like where you're at has me at a place where like I have to trust and take that leap for how it's resonating in my life. So I've been like sitting and really finding my calm. All right, so like it's over for a while now. You have been really making changes, right? Ooh. And changes in a way where it's like you're taking your power back. But it hasn't, like, it is in a sense taking your power back, but it hasn't been easy. It's more of like taking accountability, taking responsibility for yourself. In order for you to make the changes that you have been making, you haven't been able to make them without facing the choices you have been previously making, keeping you in the same space. All right. Now, something seems to, like, this is going to be really specific because it feels more like a masculine energy that I'm speaking with. And you've been on a journey, a life changing journey, right? And I mean, it's life changing on all the levels, the physical level, the emotional level, the mental level, like how you're living, the environment. And as you've been making these changes, like bigger epiphanies or revelations come. I You're at a place now where the other party has to take accountability and responsibility for themselves. This is an energy of like, well, no, if you really loved me, you would be doing it or going this way. And that is just, that is not how that freaking works. And I think you're having like this like realization, like either because all of this stemmed from something of your actions, right? You hurt this other side. So you've been making these steps. There's actual like evident now, like major evident, and it's starting to like snowball, you know? So necessarily the same size of steps, but there's bigger outcomes now because it's been building and it's been building. And so you have come to a place where this other side, like for whatever reason, whatever kicked off this journey for you hurt this other side. All right. But that doesn't mean that the other side has been working on themselves. And this really feels more like relationship wise. So now you're at a place, and now their behaviors and actions are starting to be harmful and toxic towards you because they have not been growing themselves. They have not been participating in a journey for themselves. So there is a lot of energy of like you're dealing with somebody who seems to be attempting to force and control you to behave or take actions in a certain way to how they view it, right? It's complete like deflection, it's complete reflection, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like the issue you're having with actually allowing yourself to step further, right? Because it's almost like this part is where how you will be viewed, how you view things that gotten you here, and how it's going to affect the way that you step forward is almost kind of, um, I don't want to say controversial because you're not necessarily like giving thumbs up to the controversial aspect of it. You are just like full on, I am responsible for me and how I take care of every aspect of my life. I'm in control how I respond to all of these aspects. So now you're stepping more into that. But there's a controversial aspect to it. There's the easiest, you're not, you will not allow yourself to be made to do something. You will accept the consequences. And you will not listen to others whine about their choices either because they had a choice. They might really have not liked the choice, but they still had a choice. And then they made the choice. And then they're spinning in the, well, this happened to me and I didn't even really have a choice. Like, yes, you did. Because that's the energy that you're in. You had a choice. It might not have been the greatest of choices, but you made the best choice for you and all of that which you hold responsibility for or feel obligated to be responsible for. And you made that choice. You're going to own it. You're going to accept it. And you got to keep moving forward. And it's like you're realizing you're not being accepted for who you are. Like who you are is just not being accepted. It's okay to walk away from that. Because it's like radical responsibility, radical acceptance. It's the radical, yes, I made the choice and I was aware of the consequences that I would face when I made that choice. And it was still the choice I chose to make because it was the best choice for me kind of energy. And I feel like you're coming to realize that in a partnership, that's the energy that you want. And you want it with, like, they're giving you that radical honesty. It's just radically showing you like, hey, they don't love you unless you're being their little puppet. Because it was almost like before, what made you start changing was realize that you were almost in an energy where you behaved as if they were your puppet. And when it hit you, you're like, oh no, oh no. And then you started taking the steps. And now you've gotten to the point where they weren't looking for that balance. They were looking for the switch of control. And you were just not playing that game. I mean, you were in no way playing that game with the intimate and personal relationships in your life. The people you want to be surrounded by are going to be the same people that have the same radical acceptance and responsibilities for themselves in the areas that they feel those for. It's no force like, oh, well, what I find important has to be important to you. No, it's this is what is important to me. Help me hold myself accountable. And it's the same versa. So you're coming to realize that what got you started was a more balanced, like honestly, what triggered you into this path wasn't really out of whack. It was balanced with the other party. All right. But because you refuse to be on that same scale anymore to play that game, there's this realization like they're refusing to leave it. And it's okay if you don't want to waste any more time to make it look like an easier transition. Like I feel like for you, it's done just that quick. Like I said, it hasn't, it's not like just boom, it just happened. Like it's been building up step by step by step. Like walking in the snow with really crappy shoes. Each step you take, your shoes get compacted with more and more snow, right? Like, all right. I knew this reading was going to go a little bit longer, and I'm feeling kind of glad that I didn't have to go more into the, but there is this sense of you being compared to other controversial figures in your bluntness, your acceptanceness, all of that. But I I really like that. Personally, I really like that. So that is your reading for the week. If you're still here, I really hope this helps and that you're just like, yeah, pack your shit or whatever is happening with you, right? Entertainment purposes only. Um, have a great week. We're closer to the weekend, so have a wonderful weekend. See you next week.